This edition of Sports Galore is proudly brought to you by Subway. And now, here's your hosts, Mark Allan and Adam Treloar.
G'day everybody, I'm Mark Allan and welcome to Sports Galore. This is Adam Treloar. What did you do to your finger?
I just jarred it a little bit, mate, on the
Just
weekend.
jarred it?
Yeah, it's good. What did you do to your finger?
I got cortisone injections into my trigger fingers and I've got a Dupatron there as well, so I'm stuffed.
You know, trigger finger injury, you know what that's a common injury called for? It's too much Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah, the trigger thumbs though. So if you play too much, you can get
crooked thumbs.
arthritis in the thumbs because you play too much. I might have that issue when I'm a bit older.
Tell me about last week. Midfield, no Grundy, no Pendlebury, no Greenwood, no Wells. What did you make of the game?
Well, the game itself, obviously we're disappointed we're not winning. Port Adelaide a quality opposition. But I think going into the game, what we plan to do, we plan to, win contested ball and out-hunt them and out-pressure them, and we did that. It was a massive tick for us. Our effort was awesome. Our effort over the whole game was awesome. The only thing that let us down, which ultimately cost us the game, was our skill execution going forward and turnovers that really cost us. But in terms of effort and being proud of the guys, because Geordie to go in will also hurt themselves early in that first quarter, and we're down 2 men pretty much. They were up forward just trying to create a contest whenever the ball came to him, and like you said, with the inexperience in the midfield, without Brodie, Pendles, Wellesley and Levi, it gave opportunity for Brownie to come in, and he was awesome. He had an awesome third quarter in there. Aishi, another one. Jack Crisp came back on ball. So them guys getting exposure and getting experience will put them in good stead going forward. But in saying that, would love to have them 4 guys out there. But disappointed that we lost, but the effort was awesome. And
to get back in the game.
Exactly. And we want to finish these 2 games off extremely well.
Now, this week on Sports Galore, we're having a look at City versus Country. Where were you born?
I was born in Dandenong, but I played for Vic Country.
Did you?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So, in the TRC Cup,
there
was, I think it was 14 teams.
Mm.
No, there was 12 teams. And there was 7 metro teams and 5 country teams.
Right.
I think. I'm pretty sure I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry to people. They wanted to chuck and make it even for the competition when they played each other. And I think Dandenong was the most countryest place there was. So
on the outskirts.
But yeah, Dandenong go all the way out to Sorrento and Phillip Island. All them players are zoned there. So that's technically country, I suppose.
Yeah, that's country.
So, mate, I'm a country boy.
That works. I was born in Shep, but
country.
I only stayed there for 3 years.
Put me on a farm, I would not have any idea what to do.
How about this? Do you like the sound of this? The Western Bulldogs are playing Port Adelaide at Mars Stadium.
That's awesome.
Now, that's here on Earth, folks. It's not somewhere else. In Ballarat. Now, our producer, Sam, who we love. We love him a lot. He's been there before. He said it was rubbish, but it is
Sammy.
You did, but that was before the redo.
Cold.
It's cold out there. We do VFL out there, and it is freezing.
Well, it's going to be 8 degrees on Saturday. 8
is it
degrees.
A Saturday day
and it's the windiest place.
Game?
No, it's a Saturday Arvo game, isn't it? No light set. So, I don't mind the sound of it.
The
Western
awesome.
Bulldogs
love to
going
try
out. Port Adelaide come across. We take the game to the country, like the JLT stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know those JLT practice matches? It's not pre-season. It's practice matches. The JLT practice matches, when those stadiums regionally were full, it looked fantastic. It looked brilliant. I think it's absolutely great. Anyway, it's the first home and away game in Ballarat. North Melbourne, the Bulldogs have played pre-season games in Ballarat, but this is the first one for 4 points. 10,000 people, so the upgrade's been pretty good. And like I said before, minimum of 1 degree on Saturday.
Maximum of 10 degrees.
10 degrees.
Wow.
That'll be 8 though. It's been upgraded to 8 degrees. Now, this is a little something we're doing new on Sports Galore. I'm going to test you out.
All right.
How many different grounds have been used in the 2017 season here in the AFL?
How long do I have?
Well, I'll help you out with a few. MCG, Etihad, yep.
Adelaide Oval, SCG.
Yeah.
The Ballarat Oval, Mars Stadium.
Coming up. Yeah, Mars Stadium.
Star Trek Oval in Canberra.
Star Trek. What's
That's
the one up north
7.
called? Kazali?
TIO Stadium, is that it?
TIO Stadium. Yeah.
And the one in the Gold Coast and the Dogs played up in...
Carrara?
Was it Townsville?
Yeah, Townsville. That's Kazali Stadium.
Kazalium, 9. Metricon, 10.
Yes.
The Gabba, 11.
That's 11. There's one more. There's one more, quite a famous one.
What?
There's a great big wall close by.
Adam, how do you not know this? I reckon you're making this up.
Shanghai game.
Oh!
Hey, the
So
Great
it's
Wall
12.
of China.
So
That's
it's
right.
12.
So
Did we
that's
get
17.
it's 17.
What?
Do you want me to read them out?
Yeah,
Yes.
keep going.
Adelaide Oval got that.
Yep.
2 in Tassie. So
That's
Launceston
right,
and
yeah,
Hobart.
and Launceston, yeah.
Kazali Stadium, which is the Gold Coast.
Gold
main
Coast
stadium,
or-
Perth. Oh,
Up north.
That's Townsville.
further up,
Townsville,
sorry.
yep.
My apologies. China was a good get. Mars
Yeah.
Stadium, Ballarat. All the regular ones. Simmons Stadium, did we say that?
Yeah,
Simmons
Geelong.
didn't say that.
Oh, we didn't.
Geelong.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
So we
Geelong?
got TAO Stadium and
It is.
Traeger Park, which are the 2 Northern Territory ones. One in Darwin, one in
So they
Alice.
played one game at
Yeah,
one of those.
they played one at Ayers Rock, Uluru, didn't they? One at
That's
Uluru,
in, that's
Yeah,
Alice
that's-
and
Springs.
then one up north.
Yeah, and then one further
Yep.
up. And then you got the
Fantastic.
rest. So
Now, that is
Not a bad
sensational.
effort. 12 from 17. Good on you, Adam.
17 different venues.
Awesome.
That is absolutely brilliant. Now, did you know this? In the NRL, they're going to have 5 premiership games played at country venues in 2018. So they're kind of trying to beat us to the punch here. Bathurst, Tamworth, Wagga Wagga, spelt Wagga Wagga, and
Wagga
Coffs
Wagga.
Harbour.
Do you know anyone from Wagga Wagga?
Wayne Carey.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why I asked you that, but
Yeah.
cool. Anyone that
Why
you
is it
actually
pronounced
know.
Wagga Wagga
I
when
don't
it's
know.
spelt Wagga Wagga?
Why can't they just say Wagga? Why there has to be Wagga Wagga?
Well, you could put a little 2 after the A.
Why are we talking about this?
Wagga squared.
Like Glock McKeown Glock.
Yes. It's called Guac squared.
Wagga
That's it.
McKeown Wagga. Wagga McKeown Wagga.
That's it. Just put a little 2 next to his name, and it's all done. I reckon that's fantastic. Anyway, so the NRL are doing it, but how about this?
Wait,
They
sorry,
might-
I wasn't paying attention then. What are they doing?
They're playing a lot of games, up to 5.
In them
Regionally
venues.
next year,
That's all.
Bathurst,
That's cool.
Tamworth,
That's cool.
Wagga Wagga, Coffs Harbour, and a couple others being raised. So they're beating us next year in this new, it's a
Playing
national
people,
league
yep.
now. But the VFL, have a listen to this because I didn't know about this. Sam's done a great job. In 1952, in round 8, they played 8 games in regional venues. Back in 1952, they played a game in North Hobart, Albury. A place called Galore. Now, the town has since been demolished.
Euroa, that's where...
How can you demolish a whole
Oh,
town?
no.
Surely there's something left, like a Galore pub or something, Sam.
There's probably a couple of cows and
Yes.
sheep out
There's
there.
got to be
and-
something there. You
Yeah,
can't
surely.
just, demolish
Yeah.
a whole town.
wiped it out.
Gone.
Go on.
You can.
So the internet
It's
tells
easy
me.
how they do it, Grand Theft Auto.
But the Mighty Magpies, way back in 1952, we played the Tigers at
Where?
the SCG.
Why?
Well, that's just what they did. So way back in 1952, they had the foresight to take the game to other places in one round.
They played a game
That's
in
fantastic.
Euroa. That's where Jamie Elliott's from.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Euroa. Didn't you know that?
No,
He's
I knew he was
boy.
a country boy.
He's a country boy.
Actually, I've got the list here.
We do.
I've got the list, and Sam and I have broken it down. We think that the country team, if we look at...
Annihilate
Oh, mate.
the city team.
Just ridiculous. Daniel Wells, Elliott, Goldsack, Treloar, Pendlebury. See, they annihilate. That's why you're on it. Blair, Adams, Greenwood, Ben Reid, Sidebottom.
Sidebottom kicked 10 when he played.
Yeah. In
So
the
he
granny.
played for Vic Country, but played for his local team, the Bushies.
Didn't he kick 10 in the
He
granny
kicked
or
10
something?
in the granny.
Yeah.
Kicked 10 and had 30.
Yeah. Kyle Kirby.
It's a fair game. Kale Kirby.
Kale, excuse me. I only know him as Kirby in our household.
Speaking of Kale Kirby, there's
Yeah.
2 games left and he's leading the VFL goal
Yeah,
kicking.
I know that.
He only kicked 1 on the weekend though, and Lyle kicked 7, so he's only 1 ahead now.
Are you joking?
Yeah.
Who the VFL boys got this week? Sam, do we
We
know?
got Geelong. We've got the Geelong VFL boys.
Got the Cats.
And we're 8th, so we're hanging in to play finals.
Righto. Well, he should kick 8 this week.
Jeremy
Go down
Howe
and
as
see
well, just quietly.
Kale Kirby, Jeremy Howe,
And Slim Shady.
and Sade.
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Yes.
So the other team,
And we don't even need to mention the other team.
well, they got the Prince of Perth. He's pretty
they
good.
got
Jordan
Frazzy,
DeGoey. I love the
Brody.
way he's going. Mate, I did not. Tell me this. Every time I see Jordan DeGoey on the telly now, he's huge.
I know, he's a big boy, isn't he?
He wasn't that big when he first got here. He looks like a centre half
He's
forward.
a star. He will be a star.
So we got Brody Grundy. He's a very good player. All Australian. Should still be playing. The tackle wasn't that bad. Langdon. By the way, how's Langdon feeling?
Flying. He's flying at the
After
moment.
Ollie Wines
Oh, I
just
did see that.
put a shoulder right through his face.
Now, Lang is tough as nails. How good's he playing, just quietly?
Yeah, well, he's done Ollie Wines a favour. Yeah, no, Langdon's going well. I'm not sure about the haircut. Josh Dacos. Just got a little taste
There's a
of
few.
Josh in the lineup last week.
Dunny, Maney,
Few of us got
Brownie,
excited.
Travaco.
Darcy Moore.
Joshy.
No, mate. The country team
Would
win by 100 points. So lift your game, City
I
boys.
thought Mason Cox is from Texas.
That's a city?
Yeah, but isn't he like
He's from
outside of
No,
Texas?
it's a state.
No,
Sam.
it is a state. He's from
It's
Dallas.
he's from Dallas,
Which
Texas.
Isn't he?
That's a city.
Is that
Yeah.
country? Is that?
No, Dallas is a massive town.
But is it city or country?
No, that's definitely city.
You're a Texas fan
All
over
right,
here.
all right.
Oh, you're saying because...
Coco reckons he's a redneck. He's a country lad.
Well, see, there are a lot of rednecks in Dallas.
Ask
DFW,
him.
Dallas
You can
Fort
argue
Worth.
with him.
There are a lot. Does he ever wear a cowboy hat? You know, this is a true story,
No,
folks.
what's
There
this?
are people in Dallas who think they're cowboys, and they actually
So they wear the
wear
old
the
hats.
cowboy hat and the boots and the big buckle
These
and the
boots are
Wranglers,
made for walking. You
and
remember that song?
they go to their accountancy office.
That's
They're
just what
accountants,
they'll do.
and they walk around the streets in fancy dress.
Do they? With them shoes on,
Yes.
cowboy
What
hat.
song are you singing?
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all the
away with you.
You do that song, Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
She used to have that show with Nick Lachey, wasn't it? What
Really?
was that show called? Don't ask me how I know that.
Hey, Mason Cox thinks he's Australian these days too.
Yeah, I know.
I heard him talking not long ago. In fact,
He's
he
still,
came
got,
in
he's
here.
still got his American swagger.
There's a little bit of that,
You should see him walk
but
around
he's
the
trying to
airport
be Australian.
with his wireless Beats by Dre and his
yeah.
and his red or whatever colour the
Come
his
on,
glasses
Mason.
are. It's crazy.
Is he eating Vegemite yet, Mason Cox?
No, I don't think anyone from outside of Australia will even consider it in Vegemite.
Can
I
we
don't know why.
can we get Mason in as a special guest?
Try to. Yeah, definitely.
If not this year, next year or something?
Can you just quick
What do you
question
wanna
about
ask him?
Vegemite?
Yeah, I love Vegemite.
Because I asked the other day, there's always two types. I always have butter with my Vegemite.
Yes,
But I'm like heaps of butter and then like a little bit of Vegemite on it.
correct.
Are you like a little bit of butter and a crap load of Vegemite on
So
it?
when we were kids, we would get crumpets, and we would
You
not
would not
stop.
chuck Vegemite on
We would
crumpets.
not stop putting margarine until
Yeah.
those little holes were full.
Yeah, but then you chuck...
And then you get the Vegemite on, you block up the holes. You plug the hole up.
Not Vegemite on crumpets. That's like a
Yes, beautiful.
sweet... You put honey or golden syrup. How many holes are in a crumpet?
I'm going to say 265.
If you get it right.
How many do you reckon? Oh, it's all
About
different, isn't it?
142, I reckon.
Time for You Wouldn't Believe It.
Who is it?
Well,
You.
there's actually three. No,
All
you've
right.
got an inside story coming up.
I do.
But this is different. We've got three quick little stories here. Two of them
Are true, one's false.
are true. One is false. Good mathematics. Squash the game in a train station. New York's Grand Central Station hosts the Tournament of the Champions finals every single year. Tick or cross?
Wait, so they play squash in the Grand Central Station?
Correct. Well, you don't have to say it now. Number two.
Okay.
Basketball on a Navy aircraft
It's
liner.
true.
North Carolina
It's true. I
played
already
Michigan
know,
State.
I already know that's true.
Yeah, I reckon that one's true.
I already
too.
know it because
Tick.
I follow the NCAA.
Ice hockey in the North Pole. On the North Pole. Two Canadian minor league teams played an outdoor game of ice hockey. So that's possible.
Well, I'm not stupid. Come on, Sam. What do you think? What do you think of me?
I'm going to go with the last one's
The
wrong.
last one is completely wrong. I don't think you're playing a game on the North Pole. Is Santa Claus up there with him too?
He's the rat.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. So, am I right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's
yeah. No one's playing.
I knew it. I knew you were
Nobody
playing on the North Pole.
Maybe in the Arctic Circle.
There's only
Sam.
one person who lives on the North Pole, and it's Santa Claus.
No, there is a player who I think plays for the New York Rangers that's from the North Pole.
No,
That's
he's
hard-
not.
That's true. He's a goalkeeper.
I'll look his name up, please.
I'm
a New York Ranger who's from the North Pole.
Yeah, from the North Pole.
So when he writes, "What's your address?" he writes North Pole, number 1 Santa Street.
Well, Santa might have Santa Street. He might. have
Yeah, that's
another
true.
street.
Well, he might,
And
he might
Rudolph
be a neighbour.
and Blitzen and
I'll find him,
Dasher.
it's true.
Rudolph, Blitzen and Dasher. Who else is there?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Who was he playing against? Now, have you got an inside story
I
for
do.
us? Oh,
I
here we
do.
go. Thank goodness. Thanks
Yeah,
to our good friends
at Subway.
at Subway.
It's funny. It's just about my family, actually. It's really funny.
Oh, good. Righto. I
So,
like this.
went for dinner with them last night. It was a really, really good night. Had
So
dinner with the
who's
family.
there? Who's there?
So there's so my family. There's my parents,
Right.
Darlene and Ken.
Darlene and
My uncle,
Ken.
Uncle Daryl. He's the most bogan bloke you'll ever meet. Love him to bits.
Daryl the Bogan. Right.
And there's my older brother Travis.
Trev.
Then there's my younger brother Caleb.
Caleb. How do you spell Caleb?
Kaleb. and my younger sister Kiara.
Kiara.
Right.
All right, got
So
those.
anyway,
So there's
I'm
7 of
sorta-
you. You're out.
Yeah, so I'm sort of, what is it, like the black sheep in the family. I stand out from them, like without all
Yeah.
due respect to them,
Yeah.
love them all to bits, but they're not athletic. They don't really play sport or anything. You know, my brother
Yeah.
likes to go out and have a few drinks and, you know, smokes a couple of cigarettes. Like
Right.
he's not overly fit, and same as my uncle. And
What about Daryl?
yeah, he's the same as my
Right.
brother, but love him to bits. You
I
love
like
him.
the sound
Typical
of
Aussie
Daryl.
blokes. You love him.
Yeah.
Uncle Daryl. That's
Yeah.
everyone calls him Uncle Daryl. All my
Everyone
friends call
does.
him Uncle Daryl. No one calls him anything else but Uncle Daryl.
I like this guy. Can we get him as a special guest?
Of course, bring him
Short,
Bring him in.
bald, typical Aussie bloke you'll ever meet.
Bring him in next
Love
week.
him.
Uncle
And
Daryl.
so
gonna
anyway,
be a
picture
guest on the show.
Picture Trav. Trav's about my height
Yeah.
and a bit bigger than me because he
Right.
eats a lot.
Yeah.
And my uncle's about up to here. He's tiny,
Yes.
but he is full of heart.
Right.
Heart, like when I say he's full of heart, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that's nice.
And so anyway, I'm standing at the back, freezing cold, and I'm like, you know what, Trav, Uncle Daryl, best out of 3. I'll kick the ball in the air. You guys compete. Whoever wins, I'll pay $100 and give it to the winner. I kid you not, I was there for 20 minutes because none of them would give up. Uncle Daryl took 1 mark, Travis took another mark,
Yeah.
and I promise you, Marco,
Yeah.
for the next 20 minutes, no one took a clean mark to the point where Travis and Uncle Daryl and Travis had steam coming off him.
Yeah.
Uncle Daryl, he had to stop. He thought he was going to have a heart attack. He went inside, thought he was going to die, so he stopped. Picture this bald Aussie bloke that you'll ever meet. He's gone inside. He's gone, no, I actually can't keep going because I'm going to die. And you know what? I've got it on Snapchat.
Have you?
This, I'm going to show
show
you
me.
after this.
Show me.
So there you go. There you go.
That is a
Subway.
great story.
I reckon if you had a little bit more Subway, you probably would be able to go a little bit longer.
Uncle Daryl, I like the sound of
Hilarious.
you. Obviously, the competitive streak
It
is
was
pretty
so
strong
funny.
in your family.
Exactly. That's where I get my competitive side from.
That is the best inside
Yeah, it was
story,
so
thanks to
funny.
Subway,
It was
for
so
the
funny.
entire
Wait
year.
till I show you after this, and you know what? If it's good enough, I'm going to put it on the website. It was hilarious.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay,
Oh.
the Do You Cares. Geelong hopes to host another big Melbourne-based club at Simmons Stadium next season after having its biggest home
Yeah, that was good.
crowd. Yeah, it was
I like
good. I think it'll be Carlton next year, though. I don't think they'll go down the Richmond tack.
Tigers?
I think it might be the Blues, and that would be massive down the highway.
Big game by the Cats too.
Yeah, it was. Hey, the Boomers flying in the
They
FIBA
are.
Asian quarterfinals, doing very well. Beat Japan.
Of course I care.
You see Japan?
No, what happened?
Your family would be taller than the Japanese
You
team.
reckon?
Yeah, oh, mate, they were so small.
It doesn't matter, mate.
They were
It's all
tiny.
about what's in the heart.
Oh no, the Boomers smashed them, but you're a big tick for them, right?
Of course, mate. It's all about.
Now, 24-year-old Justin Thomas won the US PGA Championship. That's a major.
That's who Justin Thomas is.
Yeah,
Because I've seen a photo ESPN put up of Thomas and Spite. Is that his name?
Spike.
Spite. S-P-E.
Speed.
Speed.
Jordan
Do
Speed.
they know each other?
They've grown
They
up
put a
together.
photo of them two together as kids.
Yeah, grown up together.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Justin Thomas. Jordan
Yeah.
Thomas. Justin?
Justin Thomas
Justin.
and Jordan Spieth.
There you go.
No, you don't care.
No, I do
'Cause you
care.
should get their names right.
I do care.
College basketball powerhouse, the Texas Longhorns. Get your horns or hook 'em
I actually
horns.
didn't know this.
Is what they say. They're playing Melbourne United in an exhibition game
That's who Coxie played for, didn't he?
No,
on
it
Wednesday
was
night.
Oklahoma State.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, but they're in the same conference. On Wednesday night. Do you care?
I do care. Can I just
So
say,
do I.
can you pronounce the potential number 1 pick for me?
Mohammed Bamba. That sound right?
Yeah, it's good.
So he's down. Potential NBA number 1 pick,
Just
Mohammed
quietly,
Bamba.
have we done a
He's going to be
have we done a
playing.
show where
the
funniest
road.
names?
Oh, I think every week with McClure Guac. When we talk about him, I don't think we need to.
There's a couple funny NBA names out there.
Yeah, well,
Do
maybe
you know
next
one?
week. The
We
funniest
did-
names in sport.
We
Tell
did it
my
last
favourite
year. I
one.
think we can do it
Tell
again.
my
We
favourite
better
two.
do it again. We better do it
My
again.
favourite 2 funny names in the NBA at the moment.
Yeah, what's
There's
that?
an Alfaruk Aminu and Lukumbar Mute.
Right. So next week,
Do you know how to spell Lukumbar Mute? It's Luc space MBAH
oh, come on.
space A space MOUTE. Luke Mba Amute.
So, you know when you get those squares and you got to print in each name, what happens with the spaces? All those spaces.
His name.
They wouldn't know what his name
Luke
was.
Mba Amute.
Next week, when we get Uncle Daryl in, who's a bogan, says his nephew, I'm going to get Uncle Daryl to read out some of these names.
Uncle Daryl.
Uncle Daryl. Looking forward to seeing you, Uncle Daryl.
Can you say Luke Mba Amute?
Luke Mba Amute.
There you go.
Yeah, not too bad. Gold Coast Titans in turmoil.
No,
now, there's a
this?
massive feud
What
between
happened?
Jared Hayne, who learnt to play NFL on his PS4, and the coach, Neil Henry. Now, Henry's expected to be sacked by the Titans. No team's done very well on the Gold Coast.
Oh, no, they're
and
struggling at the
Hayne
moment.
might not find a new club
Why
after
not?
failing to produce. Oh, he played terrible this
Didn't
year.
he play for State of Origin, though?
Yeah, that was
Doesn't
a big
that mean you're
mistake.
half
He made
good?
mistake after mistake after
Did he?
mistake. Yeah. No, he's had a shocking season. Do you care?
Oh, it's a shame, yeah, because
Yeah, I think it's a shame
he's a great
too.
player. And well, he was a great player from what I remember.
I can't believe he didn't kick on in the NFL. I wish he was still
know,
over there.
I know.
And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo, possibly the biggest name
Received
in
2
world
yellow
sport.
cards.
2 yellow cards, but then he pushed the ref.
No, he didn't.
He did. Pushed him.
Wow.
The ref looked back. And then, after the game, he got a 5-game
joking.
suspension.
You know,
It's a
just
big
actually
tick.
what is big sporting news that we haven't brought up here?
What's that?
Usain Bolt.
Retired.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
a champion.
You sad?
And the way he went out. What an absolute champion. Did you
Yeah.
see that race?
Yeah,
The relay?
I did. I'm
He was
glad.
gone. He had him. I'm telling you right now, he was going to catch him.
But you reckon he
He was going to catch him, and then bang, pulled up.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm saying it now.
He was going to do a Hemi, and he just pulled.
poor
He
fella.
just. There was a changing of the
Or
guard. Do you think?
maybe he was like, you know what? I'm not going to get him here. I'll just fake a hammy or a calf here, and I'll do the old forward roll, and then just lay there like the great champion that he is. He would never have done that.
Well, we
I've done that a
salute
few
you.
times when I was a
Usain
kid.
Bolt's been great fun watching you.
Fake
hasn't
an
it?
injury when you're running a 100-metre sprint. Did you ever do that?
No, never.
You never did that?
No.
I did that a couple of times.
Did you? What sort of injury were you faking?
Oh, just when I was
Foot?
a kid. No, it'd be more like the hammy.
Or
Even though I was 10.
you
10
pulled
fake the
hammies when you did. Or if someone beat you, you
yeah,
would
a couple
fake a hammy.
times. Of course, mate. I'm not losing.
How about this? How about Marilyn, Ken, Uncle Daryl, Trav, Caleb, and Kiara?
Marilyn. My name's Darlene. not Marilyn.
Darlene,
Uncle
Fairningham.
Daryl.
No
Uncle
wonder
Daryl.
you're all so competitive, and you were so competitive if you're losing a 100-metre race when
Fake
you're
an
a
injury,
kid.
absolutely.
You faked an injury.
Yes.
That's a
Or get
disgrace.
beaten 1-on-1 in a game of footy. Oh, no, a bit sore there.
Absolutely ridiculous you are. Hey, big game against the Cats, 2:10 on a Saturday afternoon. Hanging for a game like this in the afternoon. I know all the members are dying to get there on a Saturday afternoon, this week and next week as well. Good on you, buddy. Play well
you.
this week, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks to our friends at Subway, this has been another episode of Sports Galore. If you've got feedback on the show, or you have a topic you'd like the guys to talk about, use the club's official social channels to let us know. Go Pies.